So if you haven't figured it out, recording can take a really long time. So let's be a little bit more efficient and use loop recording.
Okay, so here's a tip before you start recording. Of course, you want to set your tempo down, so make sure you've jammed out with your tempo just by playing live. And you can just hit the play button, let it play, and set your tempo to the according how fast your song is or track is. I'm going to stop it for right now. Now, once the tempo is set, one thing I like to do is I actually don't like to track to the metronome. It's just so boring. I mean, just listen to it. It's not that exciting. Sometimes the feel of the instrument can kind of come through that, or it sounds a little bit too robotic. So what I like to do is I like to throw in just a cycled loop and play to that, just so it gives it a little bit more feel to it. So that's a really cool tip that I think everyone should do. Like I said, it's not necessary. You can track to whatever you want. You don't even have to use the metronome if you don't want to. But just going to show you how to do that. You already know how to access the loops, the previous videos, which is the I button. Just hit that. And oh man, I totally forgot which loop I was going to choose because I had already picked it out. It was that one. Okay, it's still highlighted. Sweet. So let me just grab that, and you just click and drag. And boom, it's made for me. I'm just going to click and drag all the way to the beginning of the timeline. There we go. And click on the play marker. Slide it back. Okay, and one quick way of doing or setting up a loop is you hover your mouse, the top right corner of the audio region, and when it turns into that little loop, like a little circle, that represents loop, you just click and drag, and boom, look at that. Look at that. And I'm just going to stretch this out for about right there. Why not? And then I'm going to zoom out. We all know how to zoom out now. And that's a quick way to set up a loop because it's a little better than a metronome. And let's take a listen to that. So you can track to that. So that's a very useful tip.